Healing. The concept in which a mentally unsound individual tries their absolute best to rescue their comrades from the jaws of death. Employing a various amount of healing spells which all fundamentally do the exact same thing, restore HP. Duh. Now for the uninitiated, healing in this game is actually quite contentious. Either you like it, or you don't. It's really that simple, but apparently not to some people. Either you like the fact that healing in this game is so accessible that even a lobotomized patient could pass gold, or you hate the fact that healing in this game is so accessible that even a lobotomized patient could pass gold. If you yourself are already well acquainted with the healers in this game and are already acutely aware of the questionable states they are currently in, then you already know where I'm going with this. And the only thing I can say to you, masochists, is that you made a very terrible choice and now you are paying for the consequences of your actions. As of now, you are stuck in a perpetual cycle of suffering, a never-ending nightmare, so to speak. A place where there's an incredibly strong disconnect between the developers and the players, where you constantly get paired with clowns who don't know how to play the damn game, looking at you, party finder, or getting paired with tanks who don't have their mitigation bound to their hotbar. Hell, we're complaining about how bad you have it is infinitely more entertaining than playing the actual game. And don't worry, I'm not bitter in the slightest. Okay, that was quite a lot, and some of you probably don't even know what I'm talking about. And so, for those who haven't a clue as to what I'm saying, allow me to enlighten you. Alright, so FF14 is a game, right? And in this game you have classes, and for the healing role there are 4 of them. So let me introduce you to 4 completely identical, sorry. I mean 4 unique flavors of healer this game has to offer. We have vanilla, chocolate chip, mint dip, and shit flavored. Okay, I'll admit it, Scholar isn't actually bad, I just love dunking on people who play it. These healers have gone through a lot of renditions and changes over the past few years, pissing off many, as you can assume. Oh, remember when Astrologian had time magic? Or do you remember the time when Scholar was a dot job? Oh, do you remember when White Mage was unplayable for an entire expansion? Good times. And as Yoshi put it himself, we can beat them into submission, we can remove every single ability they like, we can even berate them, and those masochists will still eat it up all the same. Thank you, Yoshi. Very cool. You know, it's just so refreshing, right? Having a dev team who clearly understand the problems and the nuances of the job you currently play. Much like how they realized that absolutely no one liked and played Old Summoner. No one at all. Yeah, you know those people who are complaining on the official forums and on Reddit? Yeah, they're actually just bots. The dev team can just do no wrong. Especially in Bard's case. I mean, having dots actually tie into your job mechanics and be meaningful just isn't interesting. Yeah, Bard mains definitely agree with you. Yup, FF14 bros, we just can't stop winning. But I'm really getting off track. No, really, I just went on a massive tangent. Holy shit. Okay, allow me to ask you a question, my dear viewer. What do you think it is that makes healing in this game such a nightmare? Why does this seemingly cursed role seem to put off beginners and veterans alike? Is it A, the innate pressure that comes with having the sole responsibility of keeping your teammates alive? Or is it B, the fear of getting teammates who will grill you alive for not doing your job properly? Or is it C, the boring as shit rotation which requires even less brain activity than AFK mining in old school RuneScape? Or is it D, all of the above? So many choices, which one do I pick? You freaking serious? Unless you've been living under a rock, or you're a Limsa AFK who doesn't give a damn about the stupidest drama this game gets, which, mind you, is very hard to avoid. Surely you would have seen at least one person share their well-adjusted opinions and completely unbiased views on healing in this game. Much like me. But if you will allow me to get serious for a second, I've played FF14 for a good while, and the only jobs I like to play are healers. From A Realm Reborn to Heavensward, and from Shadowbringers to Endwalker, I only played a White Mage. And if I'm being completely honest, I enjoyed it. But in my personal opinion, after reaching the endgame, doing savage content and losing my mind in Party Finder, the only real conclusion I can draw is... healers suck! Kinda. I mean, if you were someone who didn't know much about FF14 and wanted to be a basic bitch and main a healer, I'll tell you to go somewhere else. That isn't to say there isn't any enjoyment to be had playing a healer. No! Don't get me wrong, there is. Just not while you level from level 1 to 90 pressing the same ability over and over, while you agonize over the fact that the low level mobs deal piss all damage, and you barely have anything to heal. Nah, I really should have played something else.